lining this up to see how it's looking on the screen. Well, good afternoon one and all. Happy New Year. Or New Year, as some people might be saying, because it's not it's not been the best start, is it? Anyway, I don't know if any of you heard me talking to Dougie on the Truck and Driver podcast, but for the next 2 months I'm driving a van. So I hope you don't hate me, and I hope you don't switch off. But I'm back over the water doing European stuff. It's just not actually in a truck. So I'm just on my way up to Schiphol to load tomorrow. Just coming back into England. And then hopefully straight back out to load Ostend Wednesday, because as I'm sure most people saw, maybe not those from outside of Europe, but just before Christmas France changed the law because there had been a new strain of COVID detected in England, and you have to now have a COVID test before you ship out or to arrive in France, and they're only valid for 72 hours. So I've had one today, so if I can get back in tomorrow and back out again on the same test sort of thing, if that makes any sense, which I hope it does. I did a quick run at the end of last week. I didn't take my cameras or anything like that. I just want to get a bit of a feel for the job, so I've sit behind this bloke. Hopefully got it sussed. I also needed to sort out camera mounts and all that, and angles. So I think I can see this. I think I can see like the detector thingamajig, whatever it is in the screen, encroaching on the picture, for which I apologise. But I was sat in the tunnel and all of a sudden I thought, oh hang on, I haven't actually got around to doing that yet. So it was a bit last minute. So I'll hopefully have a look at that tonight, just check and it move if required. So yeah, it's been over a year, sort of, not about 16 months since I came across. Obviously a lot has changed. Brexit's happened, which actually luckily doesn't actually affect this job. And being in a van, I haven't got a speed limit. I haven't got a tachograph, but I'm not asked to do 26 hours a day non-stop, you know. It's all very civilised. But it's certainly nice to be back across the water. But I'll hopefully film perhaps coming down the M20 tomorrow, or this week, depending on what's happening. And I'm just glad I've nothing to do with that nonsense, having to come off, get all your paperwork sorted, and then pootle down at 30 miles an hour down. Oh god, it just looks awful. Turn this off for a minute. I think that'll probably be it for the day, because it's now getting dark, isn't it? It's 5 o'clock local time in France, so I'll see how this looks, and hopefully, if need be, have a slightly better angle tomorrow. Well, not quite sure how long I've been, but probably half an hour or so at least. It's another chap, he's gone through on the old road because he was a bit behind me and messaged me and he's through. So I think tomorrow that's a better plan, is to come off in Belgium and stick to the old coast road and avoid all this. That's the rough plan, I think. Certainly my plan anyway. I don't need to come through here, and I don't need a COVID test. And that'd save a lot of time and hassle, I would say. Excuse me. Does make you want, like, that car in front's got 4 people in it. If England's allegedly in a tier 4 lockdown, as is most of Europe, where's it been? And why, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it because I've sat here too long in this queue. I can see the exit. Just need to get up and get to the left. Oh, excuse me. It's funny, there was nothing in here yesterday when I came the other way. It was absolutely empty. It wasn't a queue. Well, that was it, Monday, so very strange. Finally. Thought at that rate my COVID test was going to run out. Oh, there we go, good old England. Can't stop the road from flooding. There's a massive queue the other way, just before the A10. Unreal, really, isn't it? It's not like we're not used to rain. There we go. Because they won't spend money cleaning the ditches and stuff like that. Anyway, stuff me moaning about the council. Well, en route to Leeds, and this is all going on, which is not exactly ideal, and I think Leeds has been pretty bad. I thought about just film this for posterity. Well, I've got to stop in a minute and get some diesel, which is quite frustrating. I'd rather just get on with it, but there we go, the reserve light is on. So I'm going to come off junction 39, there's a Shell garage just down there, and I'll just fill her up, at least that'll get me home. So I think the M62 is looking pretty stuffed, but if I can nip across to the A1 to get southbound, that would be ideal. If not, I've come back down the M1, at least that's running south to the A57 and shoot across there. And as you get further south, the snow runs out, thankfully. There's been sections of this M1 North where the outside lane's just completely covered in snow. No one's going in it. This is the white Christmas then, I guess. Oh dear. Who needs to go to Scandinavia, eh? Stay at home and get all the snow. Oh, hello. So, it's Monday. COVID testing changed 4 o'clock this morning. Still gone and had a test. It's a bit convoluted. Anyway, just coming. I'm shipping P&O rather than on the tunnel. It's quite strange coming down the M20. There's just not a truck about. I mean, that one going the other way is the first one I've seen. I think going the other way for ages. But there's nothing coming down here. Presumably it's all going. I don't know. That's the honest answer. But I ain't got to deal with that at the moment. So. But my mate sent me a video yesterday from down here, and it was just empty, absolutely empty. So that's the first. What I mean, that's the first time I've been down here. I can't remember. I mean, obviously, I didn't go last year, year before, perhaps on Metallica, but I can't remember, to be honest. Must have done some. I mean, I don't think we use Harwich all the time. Can't really remember, but it's certainly been a long time. I think the docks have. I think the layout might have changed somewhat. We'll have to get down there and see. Yeah, so I presume there won't be much of a queue down here. Shouldn't presume anything though, should you? Be a roundabout before here. So off to Schiphol again. Schiphol back to England. Well, that used to be a BP garage, didn't it? I think. I'm sure that did. Maybe not BP, but I'm sure it was a fuel garage. Maybe you have to look back on some old video. Excuse me. Right, let's see. Please have COVID test ready. That's on my phone. Presume we go. I don't really know. try and plead ignorance and go car and bus. What do you reckon? Just scroll it down. Thank you. So, that noise is because I ain't got my seatbelt on. I can't be bothered to put it on, just driving around here. So, only 10-15 minutes queuing there to get through. So it wasn't too bad. I don't know what time the next ferry is. Change. Chance me arm here, and I would say no. Oh yeah. I'm not sure because it's on a freight account. I do I? Damn. Well, it's worth a try, wasn't it? Cheers. Oh well. Worth a try. Well, it's now just before 9:30 French time. Actually, I was booked on the 20 to 9 ferry, but they managed to squeeze me on the one beforehand, which is a right result. So Should be up at Schiphol about 1 in the morning, I guess, something like that. That's the beauty of no taco. You know, I can just sort of get on with it and get to my hotel room. I ain't got to worry about trying to park and faff about. So I don't know what it's like off the other side here. Whether the signage has all changed and whether, well, anything really. So we'll find out. After seeing the pictures on Facebook of the Irish ferries with like 2 trucks on them, it's I say that, well, the Irish ferries from Ireland to Wales, because they've put on ferries direct from Ireland to France now, which I presume are rammed full. Follow the freight. These are different times now. bad then. Right, dark, done this before. Let's get up to Holland.